Oh, nice and fine. In fact, that'll go for 4. So not a good start for Jet and Patel. Just angling down leg side, and Mamadullah does a good job.
Luzner and Mamadullah was quick onto that, just doing the paddle, getting a top part of the bat.
Oh, that's 4 more. That's another loose delivery from Patel, and that gets carved through the point area. And Bangladesh now are over the halfway mark.
And a nice way to get to those runs too. Just whipped off it, no real turn. And it's on top of that.
Time in the match. Daniel Vettori gets Mamadullah pushing forward and hits high on the bat. There's Vettori. Big hit away on the onside now then. Ingram out in the deep. Gets him behind it. Didn't carry out there. I wouldn't say he was totally in control of that, Shakib, but it won't worry him. He'll try it again. Oh, he's got that night. It was fine, and Patel's going to have to scamper. In fact, he can't. That was beautifully worked. Nice and fine.
It's played so well. He got on top of that. And the crowd who have come into this day for free admission have enjoyed this shot. Just swept it down fine, well on top of that ball. Roll of the wrist, keeping the ball down, timing it well. And it's good to see those too.
What? Those two there, you mean?
Absolutely, Smithy.
My goodness me.
Into that scoring area of Shakib Hassan. Ooh, sneaks past it, just went on with the arm there.
Superb display this morning. Counter-attack. It's been good to watch, but it's also interesting, Kyle, to watch the New Zealand team just under a little bit of pressure. I don't think Daniel Vettori's out and out worried yet, but he's feeling it just a touch.
No, it's just one wicket, isn't it? And you get into that tail of Shahadat and 2 spinners right at the moment. The wicket hasn't really broken up. And that's come about for the first 4 days. It was cloud cover 24/7. So we haven't had that sun baking the wicket for it to break up.
Chance taken, great catch. Daryl Tuffy, boy, he's got good hands. That is 2 superb catches in this innings from Daryl Tuffy that could possibly win the test match for New Zealand. The first one, Tamim, and now Mamadullah.
Well, that's brought a few smiles to the Black Caps lineup. That wicket's been a long time coming. He advances down the ground, doesn't get all of it, and Daryl Tuffy outstretched, airborne. It's a super catch, and quite right, Dooley, that's the second one this innings. 2 absolute crackers. Goes for 42. The score is 225 for 7.
225 for 7 now. Shahadat Hossain. And this is superb. I've been under the pump, New Zealand. Daryl Tuffy's bowled well this morning. He'd be tired, but that is just superb. Nobody else would have caught it. Nobody else in the team could possibly have caught this catch, I don't believe. Look at that. He's outstretched. He's 6 foot. Jet Patel now. Swept very fine. 4 runs. Don't worry about chasing that. Moves to 83. Just 17 required now, Rigger. You say he hasn't made too many mistakes. He's just clean missed that, and so has Brendan McCullum. That'll be 4 byes. Down the wicket, over the top, all the way. Massive.
That's a very clean strike of the cricket ball. A little bit of air from Jeetan Patel. And Shakib, his eyes lit up, advances down the ground. And it's a big 6 down here to the commentator's end.
He's into the 90s. And I don't believe there'll be a nervous or long 90s.
And Point has stayed on the boundary, or cover point. He'll look to go leg side perhaps. He does. Went leg side, through the gap between Tim Southey and Daniel Vittori, and he moves through to 95.
Well, he picked a spot out early, backed himself, and got enough on it and picked the gap. What would the odds be, Dooley, to do this ball?
Tell you what, I think he will. I think he will. Daryl Tuffy's come up. I think he's going to try and go downtown here, right now. There you go, and he's just hit it straight to Martin Guptill. One bounce, he tried, couldn't get away with it. 246 for 7. Got to make sure he goes at the right ball. Shorter and faster from Patel. Sweeps straight to Tim Southey. Takes the one. Takes the one and moves to 98. Rudy Kurtzen says, over and lunch, gentlemen. 250 up for Bangladesh. It's been a terrific morning of cricket, it really has. They now need 154 to win. And it's been outstanding. 151 minutes, we've had 39 overs and 162 runs at 4.15 runs per over.
Here's Southey and here's Shakib on 98. And he flashes at one. Gee whiz, tempting fate again, but he's done that throughout. Well, he just has to pick his moment, not 100. May well be thinking winning the game. He's the skipper. Here's a chance for him to get 2 if he wants. He's going to go. Now, Peter Ingram gets told to throw at the bowler's head. The direct hit was all over. All over. Good night. Good night. And that's it. A magnificent 100. Really is. Not many people here, but they appreciate what this young man has done for them today. He's turned it on. And after the first innings where he was denied one, no one can deny him this time around. Brilliant.
The call was very early to push, push, push. He thought he might have 2. You can see him taking off very, very quickly there. There was the hesitation. And really, someone should have been behind those stumps. But that's the secondary story. The primary story is the fact that Shakib Hassan has got through to his maiden Test match century. And you'd have to say a subdued celebration. He's the captain of the team. He knows that the team isn't in a particularly good situation. But really, it's continued development. Mamadullah got a century for the first time in Test cricket for him in the first innings, and now Shakib Hassan has gone past that mark in Test match cricket as well.
Brilliant stuff, really has been. And the New Zealanders will rue that opportunity because they had it under control had someone got behind those stumps. Yeah! The bowled him! So the party's over. He blew out the candles. And then Tim Southey blew him out.
But the thinking here must have been, well, I've got the 100. Now let's be nice and aggressive. I don't think the draw nor the win was on his mind. Perhaps the release of emotion just a ball before was too much. And he had a swing to leg. And it was straight enough that when he missed, he was gone. But nonetheless, a very, very good 100 from Shakib Hassan. 252 for 8. Well, that was the 100. And that was the wicket. Nice touch from Brendan McCullum too. I believe Brendan McCullum probably said well played after all. There was controversy over his dismissal that involved Brendan McCullum in the first innings.